runway 35 right.
325 to intercept localizer, runway 35 right, United 1936.
2583, cleared ILS, runway 35 left approach, maintain 17 knots to Diamond.
Alright, cleared for the ILS, 35 left approach, and 170 to Diamond, peak 583.
9000, cleared for the ILS, runway 35 right, United 1936.
Brickyard 3581, fly heading 295.
295, Brickyard 3581.
Reduce speed to 190.
Step 35 left localizer, and then 180 on the speed.
Boutique 583, contact tower now, 133.3.
333, Boutique 583, good day.
Jet 7992, Denver departure, good morning, radar contact, climb via SIT.
10 knots to Dean, then 170 knots to Franz.
210 to Dean, 170 to Franz, United 1935.
United 1936, contact Denver Tower now, 132.35.
13235, United 1936, good day.
Yep.
25, good day, SkyWest 5665.
Sky 5344, speed your discretion. You're the only one for your runway at the moment.
Okay, get our discretion, thanks, guys, 5344.
You up to 10,000, they're all going to be staying at 10,000 for you guys.
Roger that, 45. 3460. Out of Denver, Brickyard 3460, expediting our descent at a 13.2 for 10,000. We have echo.
Brickyard 3460, Denver approach, roger. Brickyard 3581, turn right, heading 325, intercept the localizer, runway 35 right.
Heading 325, intercept 35 right, localizer, Brickyard 3581.
Brickyard 3581, descend and maintain 8,000.
8,000, 3581.
Brickyard 3460, Denver approach, fly heading 300 back to the final.
300 heading Brickyard 3460.
United 392, contact Denver Center, 133.95, good day.
United 489, turn left heading 020, intercept runway 35 left localizer.
Heading 020, intercept 35 left localizer, United 489.
Radar contact, climb and maintain, flight level 230.
1000.
Right heading 325, intercept the 35 left localizer, descend 10,000 to 5747.
RC 4788, cleared ILS runway 35 left approach, maintain 170 knots to Diamond, contact tower now 133.3.
Cleared ILS 35 left, 170 till Diamond, over to Tower Warski 4788.
Approach 3.85.
Maintain 1000 till established 35 left localizer, cleared ILS 35 left, United 489.
Number 4578, 14,000 descending via.
Number 4578, Denver approach at Teller, cleared ILS runway 35 left approach.
Cleared ILS 35 left approach at Teller, number 4578.
Sky 5747, 5 miles from Chat. Maintain at or above 10,000 until established on localizer, cleared ILS runway 35 left approach.
Maintain at or above 10,000 until established, cleared for the ILS, runway 35 left, approach SkyWest 5747.
Right, 4512.
0 knots. Warski 4625, thanks. Delete the speed for now for you when you get closer.
Slow down, 4625.
United 1259, reduce speed now to 250. Speed.
Speed 250 now, United 1259.
Sky 5420 at 18.7, descending via the boss with echo.
So 5420, delete public speeds, maintain 280 knots. For Denver, altimeter 29er, runway 35 left.
Published speeds, I'm sorry, 280 knots, and 35 left now, Sky 5420. 800 descending via the Pearl 2 with echo.
Delta 3333, Denver approach, Denver altimeter 29er, runway 35 right.
2 triple minor, 35 right, 3333.
United 789, Denver departure, good afternoon, radar contact, climb and maintain, flight level 230.
1259. Approach, water ski 630 Alpha, 21.2, descending via the outdoor, just outside of peak, information echo.
Water ski 630 Alpha, Denver approach, Chevron altimeter 29er, 99 runway 35 left.
Roger, 35 left for water ski 630 Alpha.
170 knots to Diamond, contact tower now, 133.3.
170 to Diamond and tower now, 133.3, Sky 5747, good day.
Delta 1965, contact Denver Center, 133.95, good day.
210, speed breaker 3460.
Okay, 35 right for United 1462.
1462, flight present heading back to sequence, descend and maintain 13,000.
Present heading down to 13,000, United 1462.
10.
630 Alpha now.
210. 3,000, good rate down.
3000, United 1259.
210.
186 descending via the Pearl Echo.
Contact.
Still advised number 45 center. 512.
1,000 vector spacing.
Vector spacing, water ski 630 Alpha.
Guys, 5420, reduce speed 250 and maintain that. Contact approach 123.85.
Slow turn 50 knots and 123.85, Sky 5420.
Approach guys 5690, descending at the flight level 18.5 via the boss with Echo.
Guys, 5690, Denver approach, Denver altimeter 2998, runway 35 left.
2998, we'll expect 35 left, Sky 5690.
5593, do you check in?
Negative, but we're here, 5593, 223, descending via the Teller 2 with Echo.
Guys, 5593, amend altitude, maintain level 180, and reduce your speed now to 250.
250 knots and stop our descent at 180, Scott 593.
Anybody else check in on the answer?
Skywest 5311, descending via the Pearl.
Guys, 5311. It is Echo's turn, 35 right.
35 right, we have Echo, Sky 6311.
Southwest 3333, contact approach 120.8.
0.8, 3333. What was that frequency again for Sky 5420?
That's 5420, 2385.
2385, okay.
United 1259, reduce speed to 210.
Speed 210, United 1259.
RSQ 46.
Hey everybody, still getting this set up. My computer, for some reason, I have no idea, I'm not a network guy, but for some reason the computer's download speed is a staggering 70 megabytes per second. But on my laptop, through the Wi-Fi, I have my normal download speed of 200 because I pay for ultra-fast download speed. And I noticed that when I was downloading, I was updating the OBS software, that it was taking forever to download. So then I did a speed test, and it was showing 70 megabytes per second. I'm like, that is not even half of what I should have. So I'm wondering, I don't know what could be causing it. My laptop is fine, so I guess I can try to do a Windows update or something, but I think I'll be calling Comcast tech support unless anybody can figure it out. I'll bring it up again during this flight. Let me throw 50. I'll ask if anybody knows anything about that type of stuff. Anywho, we are going to, it took me forever. I had to download again all of Aspen, all the ortho. I had to make a winter version of Aspen, I had to make the winter version of Denver, and then I was going to make the area, the ortho in between, all snow as well, but I ran out of time because I gotta go. So it's gonna be like a small little area that won't have snow, but that's all right. All right, so let's do our walk around. That sounds so. Well, it probably would help to know how much gas I need. Say 10 passengers, King Air 230, Denver, calculator. Hey Gizmo, Noel, how are you both this afternoon? See what I mean? My computer's ultra slow for the download. It's been like this for a few days. I just didn't realize it was my download speed that was so messed up. I restarted my computer and my router, and it's still slow as snails. All right, 1270 divided by 6.5 is 195, so we'll go 200 total gallons. So basically 200, yeah, 200. Times 200 times 6.5 is 1,300 pounds. So we'll be fine on fuel. Plus, I always put an extra 100 in auxiliary anyhow. I sign in. Nope. 23. Slant golf. File that. We encountered that also. Comcast thought it was due to our electric shutdown, but maybe it's ISP. Yeah, but Noel, you usually have internet problems. I don't usually have internet problems, so I don't know if your problem would be the same as mine in this regard. Gizmo says, I tried DCS World War II Warbirds yesterday. Oh, you must have flew the P-51 that came with it? Oh, so you bought the P-51? It's very difficult? Yeah, the flight physics for DCS, the World War II airplanes are pretty difficult to fly. But the FA-18, the one that you see me fly, it's really super simple to fly that. So I want 200 gallons. We're going to do 100 gallons. And fuel prices at Aspen is $7.80 or $7.79. So half of that would be $3.90. So then we'll figure out what this would cost. $3.90. So we'll do 100 pounds, 100 gallons per wing. Now you have the 109, oh, the BF 109. I'm from Germany. Oh yeah, that's a badass plane. That's got like 6 guns or something on it. 6, I don't know if it's 50 caliber, but I know it's either 4 or 6 cannons. I want to say 6. That was a formidable aircraft in World War II for sure. Alright, so we'll bust this one up to total 200 gallons. I've tried the Warthog. Yeah, the Warthog was my very first DCS airplane. It's a very nice plane if you're into close air ground support. Because my favorite bomb for the A-10 would be the GBU 90 or CBU 97, the cluster bombs. Those things are just awesome. All right, total price 580 and then times 2 because I did half price. So this would cost $1,160 if this was real money. The A10 is much easier. It's viable for everyone. Yeah, but the F-18 is super easy. It's all computer driven. Okay. The difficulty is the weapon systems on the A10, yeah. But when it comes to like the camera modes of the A10 and to zoom in on targets, there's not another model on DCS that can simulate that as well as the A10 does. I was hoping the Hornet would have something similar, but I guess the systems are just different. So they're simulating, as close to reality as they can. But I really like the F-18 just because I love the aircraft carrier ops. And soon, they're going to release an upgraded aircraft carrier. So it's going to be super cool. Let's assign our throttle quadrant for start. And hang on 1 second. I'm just signing in here.
Connected to PilotEdge.
All right, here we go. So I should have 28 volts external, which I do. Battery is over 22. So we can turn on the battery. The Mavericks, I use the Mavericks all the time on the Hornet. The Mavericks are really, they're good on the Hornet. You can zoom in and see the targets pretty well, even without the Lightning. I haven't used the Lightning yet just because it doesn't have the same visual effect that it has in the A10. It's just different systems, I guess. All right, so Gentai up, external power is blinking. We'll connect the external power. We'll do a bus sense test, 3 Gentais, reset, that's good. Let's check our volts, should be 28 across the board. It is. Let's turn on our nav light, tail flood. We'll turn on our inverters. Turn that stuff on, seat belts. We'll check our fuel valves here. Get some fresh air. All right, fuel valve shut off worked on the left one. Fuel valve works on the right one. Let's check our O2. 100%. So come over here, we'll arm it. Give it a test. That's good. We'll check all of our alarms. We're definitely gonna have to watch out for icing on this trip, especially when we get close to Denver. All right. Trim for takeoff. Battery bus up, position, engine anti-ice on for ground ops. All avionics and such are off. Zulu time is 18:30, so that's close enough for Zulu time. So we'll do engine start checklist. So we're going to do a full load. Got everybody boarded up. Close that. Let's verify our voltage. Beacon light is on. We're all set. Let's remove these steps so we don't blow them away. Oh, I forgot to close that thing. Okay. So now we need beacon light on. And that is ready, so we'll do... Got plenty of fuel. So we'll crank on engine number 1, since the GPU is on the right side. So we're looking for 16. We'll add fuel. Low idle. Check for hot start. Check the ITT. We have rotation, no hung start, and oil pressure is coming up into the green. ITT is falling at 60. Good start. Conditioner lever full. And we'll remove the external power, remove the GPU from the plane, reset Gen 1, check our volts, still good on 28, external power is gone, so we'll kick on engine 2 now. Looking for 16 NG, and we'll add some fuel. Go low idle. No hot start, no hung start. Oil pressure is coming up to the green. Over 50. Let's shut that window. Good start. Ignition off. And we will reset Gen 2 and Gen 1. Clear out the caution. Let's bring the conditioner levers back to low idle, and we're looking for 1050 RPM or above, which we are, and volts again. Good on volts. I've already followed the flight plan. Let's do a bus test. 3 Gentile lights and a bus light is on. Let's get the environment set up. So GAFTW finally. A real Aero Wayne. Aero Wayne. Yeah, this is my favorite GA plane. Okay, anything 10 Celsius or above, this would be in the down position, but since it's super cold, it's 19 degrees Fahrenheit, that's in the up position. We'll go auto, we'll get things warmed up because it's super cold in the cabin. So first thing we need to do is check the bleeds. So each one is 11 psi, so that's at least 11, so we can turn that off. That one's at least 11, so now we can turn on both bleeds, put environment to auto, and I'm going to add some conditioner lever for extra power. Actually, full conditioner levers on the ground, because I need to turn on this electric heat. So you turn on the electric heat first, and then the blowers, and then this will start to warm up. And we'll check the cabin temperature in a little bit. Inverter switches, we'll check each one. Got a bus on the right switch, and we got a bus on the left switch. Inverters are good. We'll turn on EFIS, and master avionics can come on. We'll turn on the radios. Turn on our mics, and let's make sure this autopilot thing is working. It is, so we'll test all the lights. Put that on 16. Flaps are set for takeoff. Now have furnace, coffee maker can come on. How much in C question? This is by far the best feeling aircraft in XP. Oh, I couldn't agree with you more, buddy. Well, the TBM handles very similar to this for how I would define it as realistic flight feel like it feels heavy on the yoke, you know, depending on how the weather and such is. What do you mean, Gizmo? How much in C? What's that? All right, let's test all of our lights. All lights are on. Need to slave our gyros. My side, first officer side. Let's get ATIS 120.4.
Runway 15, departing runway 33. Localizer DME Echo approach in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information pop-up. Aspen Beacon County Airport, 8 is information pop-up. 1753 Zulu. Wind 360 at 7. Visibility 6. Haze. Ceiling 1,700 broken. Temperature -7. Dew point -12. Altimeter 29904. Arriving runway 15. Departing runway 33. Localizer DME.
All right, that's good. How much in temperature? Oh, Celsius. Well, ATIS just said it, but it's -7 Celsius at Aspen, so it's below freezing. So that's why we have to have the temperature on. And speaking of that, the cabin temperature should be up by now. Yep, we're holding just about 70 degrees inside the passenger compartment. So I need clearance and delivery. So it's 12375. 12375. 121.9 is ground. And I'm going to check the PE map to make sure that my flight plan filed, which it should. Yep, it's there. Afternoon Aspen clearance, King Air 1399er, North GA, Colonel Papa, IFR Denver.
King Air 1399er Aspen clearance, clear to Denver Airport, lens 9 departure, red table, transition, then as filed. Climb and maintain 16,000. Departure frequency 123.8, squawk 5130.
Cleared to Denver via lens 9 departure, red table transition, then as filed, climb maintain 16,000. Departure 123.8, squawk 5130, King Air 1399.
Denver 1399, read back correct.
Alright, so I'm going to switch to ground and tower is 118.85. Alright, so we're set. We are set on that. So now I need to, let's figure this out. We're going to do flight plan. And I only need Denver in here, really. So Denver, you're going to load a procedure and a departure, the lens 9 to, is it DBL? I think it's DBL. Yeah, DBL's red table. We'll load. And then Denver, load procedure and arrival. And we're doing the Powder 9 arrival, which is for turboprop. Now it's Powder 8 because it's an old Eric. But the waypoints should be similar. That's pretty similar. So we'll load the arrival, and I'm going to get D-ATIS on Denver and see which way they're landing. They're landing south. So let's do... I'll do the approach in the air. So this AV tablet, airport, Aspen, departure, lens 9, back course localizers 108.5. So we'll pop that up in the nav 1 with a course. I need a course heading of 303. So back this up to 303. And then I need a head. Is that 273? All right, so I'm set up for the departure. So we'll take off. I'm going to hand fly 343 until we reach 9,100 feet. And then I'm going to basically let the autopilot turn me. We'll get the back course out the lens. We'll make a right turn to red table, at which point we'll transition that to the Powder 9 arrival into Denver. So transponder is 5130. I'll leave it there. Actually, I'll turn it on squawk altitude. I'm going to climb to 16,000. Heading altitude's armed. Decision altitude for Denver, we'll figure that out later. Actually, I know it's like around 200, so it's right here. So I'll just lower that to 200. We'll verify it later. Verify engine ice is on, which it is. We'll check auto ignition. So we'll pop down here. These lights should extinguish, which they did. Do windshield anti-ice on normal. Prop de-ice is 0 for prop amps. So for auto, it should be in the green, so it's in the green. So we'll turn auto off because it's just testing, and then a surface de-ice test. So it does the leading edge boot first, so that fills up with air and breaks ice away from the wing, and then it does a tail boot as well. So we'll hold down the manual, and then we'll look for a wing de-ice, and then tail. So both of those worked. And now we need a ground idle test. So we hold down the ground idle test, bring up RPMs to about 1500, and then when I let go of the button, it should go back to idle on its own. It's doing it real slow, but it's all right. It's the throttle quadrant is getting weird. I can't leave it in the little niche notch. Otherwise, I want to go into reverse. All right, auto feather test. Same thing. Looking for AFX lights. There they are. And we'll feather the left prop. Wait for the engine to stable. And we'll feather the right one. All right. Engines are stable. I'm going to have to unbind that. I don't like how it goes into reverse as soon as I let go. So let me do that real quick. So that'd be 10 and 11. Do nothing, do nothing. Now it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's working now. All right, auto feather test, already did that, so we'll arm the auto feather. Now we need to check cabin pressure. So altimeter setting is, I wrote it down, 2994. The Aspen's elevation 7837. So that's good. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3. So 7,300. 7,300 is what we'll set this for. And then we'll do a cabin pressure check. Make sure we have pressure. So we'll do test. And we're getting 1,000 feet per minute down. So cabin pressure is good. And we're going to leave it there because we're not going to fly higher than 23,000. So we can leave it at our current altitude. And we'll put the rate at about 500 feet per second. Okay, so pressure for Denver. That's odd. I just lost all the weather stations. Aviation weather. What? Alright, that's acting weird. I need Denver's altimeter. So Denver has an altimeter 3000. So plus 400 at Denver. And Denver's altitude is like 5,000 something. It's 5433. So we're going to add 400 of that. So it would be roughly 6,000 feet is what we'll set the pressure for when we start our descent, but we'll double check that. Do prop sync on. Our fuel is, we're still running off auxiliary. That's fine. Do an EFIS test. 7-second hold for that to work. And we'll do our takeoff. So runway length at Aspen 33 TODA is 8,006 feet. You have to hit enter for that to work. Runway heading is 331. I have to remember to hit enter. I can worry about a gradient. Actually, there is a... I don't... Does it show one? No. So we'll set the markers. Required field 6,000 feet. And we have 8,000 available.
Centennial clearance, Moody 293 Golf, looking for IFR, Colorado Springs with Alpha.
So we can turn our taxi light, Rico light, do pitot heating,
Number 2193 Golf,
stall warning.
Colorado Springs Airport, radar vectors, Lufthansa, then as filed.
Aspen Cincinnati Airport, 8, information Papa, 1753 Zulu, wind 360 at 7, visibility 6, haze, 40, ceiling 1,700 broken, temperature -7, dew point -12, altimeter 2994, arriving runway 15, departing runway 33, localizer DMEO approach in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise initial contact of information Papa.
Expect radar vectors, Lufthansa, then as filed. Rest read back correct.
Resident Denver 1, radar vectors, Lufthansa, then as filed.
Alright, I want to figure out VNAV. Let me see this. Arrival. I'm not going to worry about VNAV right now. I'll do that at cruise if I even decide to do VNAV. On this arrival, he's going to tell me all the altitudes anyway. Alright, so let's set this data for wind. So you go nav data, and now I have a wind direction. It's just my preferred display. I like to monitor guard. So 121.5 is guard on COM 2. So I'll pop that over. We have guard. And thanks, Keith. Appreciate the follow there, bud. So beta mode. You can reverse first and then beta. It's already squawking. We got, so I'm about ready to taxi, I think. Alright, so I'm on ground and we are current with Papa. Aspen ground, King Air 1399er, North GA, current with Papa, ready to taxi. Bring up my map.
King Air 1399er, Aspen ground, runway 33, taxi via Alpha.
Runway 33 via Alpha, King Air 1399er. Do the COM 1, 2 volume knobs work in that airplane? I don't think so. I mean, easy try, so let's see if that spun it up. Yeah, no, that's the radio. Unless that, no wait, that's not. Is that volume? This is volume.
And Centennial Tower, Moody 293 Golf, short of 17 left with Bravo, ready for
no.
departure IFR.
Number 2193 Golf, Centennial Tower.
Oh yeah, it does.
Runway 17 left, cleared for takeoff, wind 110.
Yeah, there's your answer, Keith.
Runway heading, clear for takeoff.
So this little knob here does adjust the volume for COM 1. So I would assume COM 2 over here would be similar. I learned something new just by your question. Actually reads COM 1, 2 volumes from X-Plane.
Good afternoon, Sunwest.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just messing with these volume knobs, and that's not appropriate.
Southwest 1274, Phoenix clearance, clear the O'Hare Airport, 4-1 departure, Albuquerque transition, then as found. Climb and maintain 8,000. And squawk 1340.
Yes, Southwest 1274 is cleared Chicago, 4-1 departure, Albuquerque transition, 8,000 initially, squawk 1340.
Southwest 1274, read back correct.
Yeah, hooray for Coronado! Except this is the Airfoil Labs King Air. Coronado definitely makes pretty airplanes, but the Airfoil Labs has way more system depth. Like I used to fly the Coronado Beach 1900D, but then when Airfoil Labs came out with King Air, then I pretty much fly this one exclusively when it comes to any of my King Airs. Yeah, this is it's superior when it comes to system depth, and they did an outstanding job with performance because I'm getting 36 frames. There's no weather to speak of, but this is a custom airport. So yeah, the frames are really good with this plane. And it does all the weights and everything. All the CG. Does it automatically as we travel.
Embraer 2193 Golf, Denver departure, afternoon radar contact, climb and maintain 900,000, Centennial altimeter 29904.
Alright, controls are free. My next joke, I want to get the, what's the name of that? Not the Yoko yoke, that thing's like $1,000 or something. There's one that just came out not too long ago that it's going to be superior to this CH yoke I'm using. Turn on the ignition. Engine ice will come off for takeoff. We are trimmed. Flaps. You recognize my voice? Oh, I know. Yeah, I've heard you on the scope a lot. I fly, and you know, I fly every day, usually once a day in the afternoon. And then in the evenings, I either play like a different game, like I just got Call of Duty. I've been playing the campaign mode on that at night. And then sometimes I fly on VATSIM if they have events. But speaking of events, Keith, you used to have events, like monthly events, and I used to partake in those. Are we going to be doing those again now that the summer is over? Because I think you probably quit doing it for the summer because people are busier. Honeycomb, that's it. Yeah, that's the yoke I was thinking of. Alright, so switch to tower and departures. 1238. We've been talking to the controllers to see what they might work. Yeah, like some of the controllers have sponsored their own little fly-ins, but it was more like it was their own idea, more of like I was heard about it after the fact, but I hadn't seen anything in the forums in a while. But they're fun. All right, so we got landing lights, strobe lights. Aspen Tower, King Air 1399er, holding short, 33.
King Air 1399er, Aspen Tower, wind at 320 at 5, runway 33 cleared for takeoff.
Runway 33 cleared for takeoff, King Air 1399er. Alright, so this departure is 343 to 9,100. Break off, clear left. if there was anybody in the pattern, they'd be doing a right traffic for 3-3. The winds are light though, so more than likely this is kind of like a one in, one out airport, so they would be landing on 1-5, unless the wind is just really howling out of the north, and then they would land on 3-3. Alright, so we'll take it out of beta. And we'll do half, get the engine stable.
Auto feather lights on.
Add in some
Airspeed
torque.
alive. 60 knots.
Add more torque. Just want to wait till I was at the top of the hill there.
V1. Rotate. V2.
Gear up.
Attitudes check.
Flaps
Gear
up.
indicates up.
And heading 343.
Flaps indicates up.
So we're about 343 till we get to 9,100. Then go autopilot. There's 9,000.
43 X-ray, Sierra, Oakland Center, roger.
I'll go to climb mode.
Number 1399, contact departure.
Over to departure, King Air 1399, see it. So we go over 123.8, that's right. Aspen departure, King Air 1399, Lens 9, 10,000 for 16,000.
King Air 1399, Aspen departure, afternoon radar contact, climb and maintain, flight level 200.
Climb maintain, flight level 200, King Air 1399. Need to be able to run events without me and Peter's having to be there every time. Oh wow. Yeah, that would be, I mean, it's a lot. Like the ZLA is like a fly in every single weekend anyway. But you guys do an outstanding job. That's the only reason I was asking, because the quality, you know, you get with this network, and you can ask anyone. I'm always boasting about this, about your network or our network. We reduce the prop to 17 and a half. And we'll turn off these lights. You have to really start watching for icing. Alright, so we can turn off the ignition, auto feather. That's just how I do it. I don't know how correct that would be, but keep adding in torque as we climb. Now we're turning in toward Lens, which, there it is. I wonder if Denver's still IMC and snowing. It was snowing when I first planned to do this flight. Now that weather aviation weather is not working today. So Denver's, actually I'll pull it up on this. Hey Ginnigans, how you doing, bud? And yeah, no problem, Keith.
Springs approach 124.0.
Yeah, I love this network, obviously.
Clear direct the red table VOR, climb and maintain flight level 210.
Clear direct, red table, climb, maintain 210, King Air 1399.
Springs approach 2219 for Golf is level 900,000. Request the radar vectors for the RNAV 17 right with Juliet.
Alright, let's go to red table and we'll do direct.
2193 Golf Springs approach, roger, altimeter 2994.
Red table,
949 for Golf,
activate, and do FMC, go to nav. LDAMP is verified on. We'll keep checking for ice. I crashed once because I had ice. Not on this plane. This plane does a very good job with anti-icing stuff, but that's why I monitor it. The other way to know if you don't have it monitoring, if you have a hard time climbing, or if you start losing altitude.
13999 contact Denver Center 118.57.
Denver Center 118.57. 1399. 11857. But that's one of the first things you want to check if you start losing altitude is icing. And this plane will show it on the leading edge, which is cool. Denver Center, King Air 1399, passing through flight level 180 for 210. I'll turn the
13999 Denver Center under, climb and maintain flight level 230.
Climb maintain flight level 230, 1399. We'll add in more torque again and turn the seatbelts off. I know the ITT is high, that's just, it needs an update. I haven't blown up yet, so I'm gonna keep the conditioner levers full. Usually I bring them back to low idle, but I'm not sure if that's smart with all the heating that I have on right now because it's super cold.
Boogie 903 Golf, turn right heading 250, vectors RNAV Yankee, runway 17 right approach, maintain 900,000.
Alright. So we should be okay with icing because we're above the clouds. And let me bring up Denver's weather. Light snow. -8 Celsius. It's 18 Fahrenheit. Broken at 3,000, so we're probably going to get a what's overcast at 3,600. So we're going to plan for an ILS. And once we get a little closer, I'll get ATIS. Figure out what runway. We're going to park at GA, which is Signature, I think. Yeah, Signature. So we'll probably use 17 something. 17 right. It was closed for a while, but I think it's back open. Cabin pressure is climbing, so we're good. Set for the altitude at Aspen, so we're good there. Go to my cruise checklist. give these guys some tables.
Tier 43, X-ray Sierra, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain 12,000, monitor altimeter 3006.
Down to 1,000, Tier 43, X-ray.
Oh yeah, that's how I do that. There we go.
X-ray Sierra, descend at pilot.
You gotta do one at a time. If you try to close the table with the iPad thing out, it won't close. You gotta close the iPad first and then the table, and vice versa.
Down to 12,000.
And these lights actually work, the seatbelt lights and stuff. But yeah, I love this plane. This plane's so much fun.
Thanks for Lima, runway 26, taxi via Charlie, Romeo.
So let's see what we can do about VNAV. Just we have an estimate on VNAV. So let's do home, flight plan. And there's no altitudes set, so we'll set Denver for, what is it, 5-4, so we'll say 65 or so. So I'll do 6,500, it's MSL, because that's surveyed or whatever. 65, and we'll enter, and then we'll go to, I have a cheat here. I wonder why it's not. Let me try something else then. Maybe it didn't take. No, it did. Maybe I'm too far away. That's weird.
Number 93 Golf, 6 miles from Simca, turn left heading 200, maintain 900,000 until established on final approach course. Clear the RNAV Yankee, runway 17 right approach.
Guess I have to get closer. Really have to watch the icing now. So far we're okay. We can add a little bit more torque. When I'm at cruise, I want to make sure the ITT is under the red. And get the engines about the same on torque. And we can start working on a landing check, or landing thing.
139er Denver, altimeter 29906, cross powder at and maintain 17,000.
Cross powder at and maintain 17,000 with 29906, 1399. Alright, let's do that. Maybe that will work, right? Alright, so let's do powder at 17.
Golf, contact Springs Tower.
I guess that's
19.9er. We'll see ya.
There we go. He said 17,000. So 17,000 MSL. Enter.
193 Golf, Springs Tower, afternoon. Wind
Save.
160 at 8, runway 17 right, clear to land.
I want a vertical speed target of 1,500 feet per minute, because this plane will automatically do 1,500 down when I hit descent, and then that will adjust the flight path angle. So we have 3 minutes to our top of descent to cross powder at 17,000. So we're good there. And I like the winter textures. Anyway, what was I doing? All right, so we got, let's put the weight at 13,000. I'll adjust it when we get closer because this is the actual weight. Altitude at destinations 5433. Enter. And Denver's altimeter is 3001. He gave me 2996. My weather is 10 minutes behind. Temperature is -8. Can I do -8? Yep. Wind speed is 6. Wind heading 160. Runway length is super long. I don't even really need to put this in there. So I can go to 7 right, 12,000 feet. It's LDA, landing distance available. The actual runway might be longer, so you have to look at the LDA. Runway heading is 173.
Yeah, 1062 San Francisco, clearance clear to Las Vegas Airport, stick
And
departure,
then
intel
flaps
transition,
are
that's
down. We'll set the markers.
except maintain 10,000.
Gives us our
Squawk
flap speeds and all that stuff. Got a minute. Got a minute to win it, and we'll start our descent. And ATIS at Denver is 125.6, I think.
United 1062.
125.6.
Vertical track.
-9. Altimeter 2996. Arriving runways 16 right, 16 left, 17 left, 17 right. Departing runways 17 right, 16 left, 8.
All right, let me descend to 17,000. We got 30 seconds, so we'll get ahead of the curve and we'll do descend. Take out the torque. Denver Center, King Air 1399er, leaving 230.
Number 1399, roger.
And because we're descending, let's reset this cabin for Denver, which is 6,000. Because you have to add, because the altimeter is 30, actually what does it show? 30.01, so we'll add 400. Denver's 54, so 6,000 feet. And then that should give me a descent of about 500 feet per minute. And then I can come back over here, bring up the map. So we'll turn our seatbelts back on since it might be turbulent in the clouds.
1274, contact departure.
And what is, let me get ATIS again. Let me start to get ATIS rather.
140 SX. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 2,000. 4,000 scattered. Ceiling 20,000 broken.
1274, phase departure, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 210.
Altimeter 2996. Arriving runways 16 right, 16 left, 17 left, 17 right. Departing runways 17 right, 16 left, 825. Visual approaches in use. ILS runway 16 left, runway 16 right, runway 17 left, and runway 17 right approach in use. Multiple Arnav Zulu approaches in use. VFR departures, contact clearance livery, advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assigns and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact, you have information Kilo.
Alright, current with Kilo. Do 299.6. Close enough to transition altitude. So I'm going to bump it up a tiny bit because my sim's showing 3001, so I'll compromise and go there. Altimeter set. Usually Denver's approach is 120.35, so let's see if we can get the initial approach. So you have initial approach and then you have your secondary approach. The secondary approach usually is the one that will clear the approach. The first one is where you can request an approach or they may assign you. Now I don't have this area winterized, but Denver is. So it's just this little area that is like in between tiles. I ran out of time. I was going to use the, what is it, Xcoder? Xcoder's winterization program. And I'm going to do it for the entire state of Colorado. 17,000, right? Yeah, okay. Good on ice, no icing. And let's put these tables back. And now the seatbelt signs are on.
King Air 1399er, contact Denver approach now 120.35.
Denver approach 120.35, 1399. Alright, 120.35. And we're with Kilo. Denver approach, King Air 1399er. Powder 9, we're at 17,000 current with Kilo.
Denver 1399er, Denver approach, roger, thanks for Kilo. Altimeter 2996 and expect visual approach, runway 17 right.
2996, expect visual, 17 right, 1399. I can repeat back the altimeter that he gave me, but I'm still going to use the altimeter that my injector is using. So that way my altitude will be accurate for what he's showing on his scope. Now, 17 right, the ATIS I think is the same. I mean, not the ATIS, the ILS 1085. So we're going to go to heading mode for a moment. And we're going to change this to localizer 1. Change that course heading to 173. And now we go back to FMC, go back to nav. Now we're back on GPS. That way I have the ILS set up for extra situational awareness.
Descend and maintain 16,000.
Descend and maintain 16,000, King Air 1399.
Southwest 1274, climb and maintain flight level 230, contact Albuquerque Center 134.32.
230 and 3432, Southwest 1274.
So Fahrenheit, 20 degrees. Alright. Let's see, 13.4. And then add 10. Oh, what was the runway requirement? I'm just curious. So with this weight, we need almost 4,000 feet of runway. Which, no problem at Denver. And let's set up a procedure. Approach. Seven right. Just wanted it loaded for visual awareness. So So that will help us out.
Number 1399, descend and maintain 13,000.
Descend and maintain 13,000, 1399. So it's a overcast layer at 3,600. Might have to ask for the ILS, but we'll see if we break out. I'm going to put the airport map up on my laptop. Although it's not like I need help with taxiing. I'm going to exit right off the runway, and I'm probably going to intentionally float it a little bit because the GA is more than halfway down the runway, and I certainly don't need all 12,000 feet. Okay.
Number 43 X-ray Sierra, descend and maintain 10,000. Contact NorCal approach 121.3.
You can turn on the windshield wipers. Let's turn on some lighting, which is cool on PilotEdge because other aircraft, if we were in like VFR conditions, would actually be able to see if I have my landing lights on or not. Other players.
NorCal approach, Beechcraft 43 X-ray Sierra, descending from 12,000 down to 10,000.
The next approach, 123.85. These aren't guaranteed frequencies, it's just prior flights ended up with these. And then the tower for this runway is 1333.
Vectors to the visual approach, descend and maintain 6,000.
Down to 6,000, climb run, heading 290, 43 X-ray.
And confirm the call sign 43 X-ray Sierra.
My mistake, 43 X-ray Sierra.
Slowing down too much. Just because I'm in soup here doesn't mean I'm going to be in soup soon. Descend and maintain 11,000, King Air 1399er. Alright. So I can always adjust the descent profile from, it's going to automatically go to 1,500 feet per minute, but I can use the rocker switch to, you know, descend faster or slower. But as a default, it will climb and descend at 1,500 feet per minute.
Number 1399, turn left heading 360 vectors for the approach and contact Denver approach 123.85.
Heading 360, vectors for final, in Denver approach 123.85, 1399. We're doing 360. We're going to go to heading. And I'm going to localizer 1. Denver approach, King Air 1399er, 1000.
Number 1399er, Denver approach, roger, altimeter 2996, descend and maintain 8000.
2996, descend, maintain 8000, King Air 1399. Alright. I know he's saying 2996, but I gotta go off what the sim says. Alright, now we have some icing going on. So we're going to turn on icing, fuel, and so we'll do a manual on the de-ice. There's a wing, which you broke it off, tail. So we'll check the wing. We have all the de-icing on. I think it's all on. Let's put windshield on ice. Because it's snowing. It's snowing in Denver.
Number 43 X-ray Sierra, say heading.
So we'll turn on the ignition and
43 X-ray Sierra heading.
arm the auto feather, auto ignition,
sure?
auto feather.
Oh, I was saying, I have 2 C8. I can switch over to the right a little bit. 43 X-ray Sierra, my mistake.
Number 43 X-ray Sierra, descend and maintain 5000.
Down to 5,000, 43 X-ray Sierra.
Number 1399er, turn right heading 080, descend and maintain 7000.
Zero 80, descend, maintain 7000, 1399. 080.
Number 43 X-ray Sierra, turn left heading 270. The airport will be 12 o'clock and 15 miles. Report when you have it in sight.
Turning left, heading 270, and we'll let you know when we have it in sight. 43 X-ray Sierra.
Alright, 7000.
43 X-ray Sierra, we field in sight.
King Air 43 X-ray Sierra, cleared visual approach runway 28 left.
Let's go to
Cleared for visual approach.
takeoff flaps.
King Air 43 X-ray Sierra.
King Air 1399, Denver Airport's just off your right side now at about 3 o'clock and 8 miles.
Field in sight, King Air 1399.
King Air 1399 is cleared visual approach runway 17 right.
Cleared visual approach 17 right, King Air 1399. Alright, so 133.3 is tower.
Number 3 X-ray Sierra, contact Monterey Tower 118.4.
And
over to Monterey Tower 118.4.
I can't see the runway, but
Number
that's okay.
1399er, contact Denver Tower 133.3.
Denver Tower 133.3, 1399.
Alright. 43 X-ray Sierra on the visual approach runway 287 information Alpha. King Air 43 X-ray Sierra Monterey Tower runway 28 left, clear to land, wind calm. Clear to land runway 28 left, King Air 43 X-ray Sierra, thank you.
Denver Tower, King Air 1399er, visual 17 right.
Number 13999er, Denver Tower, wind 14016, runway 17 right, clear to land.
17 right, clear to land, King Air 1399er. I mean, in the real world, you would want to do an ILS, but I think I'll be able to see it. I'm going to follow the
Gear up. Positive rate.
following the needles. Technically, this would not be a visual approach. Nah. But I'm determined.
San Francisco ground, United 1062 with Victor on the north ramp, spot 7, request 1 left.
United 1062, San Francisco ground runway 1 left, taxi via Alpha Mike.
Alpha Mike to runway 1 left, thank you. United 1062.
$1,000 feet to minimums.
It's more. Sometimes it's entertaining to not do things by the book. And it's not like the tower has a crystal ball and knows if I can see or not.
$500 feet to minimums.
There it is.
200 feet to minimums.
Plus the wind.
Southwest 1274, contact Albuquerque Center 134.6.
Looks like a runway to me.
Minimums. $100 feet. 50 feet.
South 1274 Albuquerque Center, roger.
Props full. Props full. Knots.
All right, where in the heck am I on this? All right. It's even harder to see when it's all snowy. So yeah, that was definitely not the right way to do it, but it was fun. Like I said, the controller doesn't have a crystal ball. He doesn't know if I can see or not. So, you know, the right thing to have done would have been to let him know I'm in IMC and I don't have the field, but I was like, I can do this. Ground is...
King Air 1399, are you staying down there at signature?
Yes, sir. Straight on the signature, King Air 1399.
King Air 1399, Roger, stay on this frequency straight into the signature. Have a great day.
Straight to signature with you, King Air 1399. Thanks, you too.
43 X-ray Sierra, stay on my frequency tanks here.
So do landing lights off, strobes off.
Taxiing via Alpha on the frequency, King Air 43 X-ray Sierra.
And there's signature. Yeah, because I see why he said I could do visual, because the visual is overcast 3,600 AGL. So according to the weather, it should have been visual. So that's why he assigned me a visual. But then again, you know, as a pilot, I could have requested the ILS and let him know I was in IMC. But just so I'd have the record straight, I did that just for the fun of it. And let me park here. Turn on the brake, turn that off. Seatbelts is on. Turn off the coffee maker. Turn off our taxi lights, Rico.
Hey, thanks for your help today. Have a great day. 43 X-ray Sierra.
Seatbelts off. Come over here to bleeds. Cabin temp 70 degrees. So I'm going to turn off the blowers first for the heat, and then the electric heat. And then you turn off the environment. Turn off the bleeds. Now it's going to start to get cold in here again. And Ginnigan's, I don't mind visual and GA as long as I can see, but tubes, my experience have all been bad. You know, with my big boy, the 767, the Boeing, I always use ILS with that just because it's such a big airplane and it's just easier for pattern work, so to speak, with a plane that big to get vectored for an ILS. But with the Airbus or anything smaller, then I can do visuals. But any type of big airliner, yeah, I'm with you. I'll do ILS all day long, and I'll request it. Even if it's perfectly blue skies, I will do an ILS on the on my bigger planes. All right, furnace is off. Let's turn off avionics, turn off EFIS. Props are feathered. Do fuel cutoff. Turn off all that. I'll disconnect from PilotEdge.
Disconnected.
All right, now we can do a replay. First, make sure I'm off, which I am. I'll do replay. Let's see how bad we scared our passengers on that one.
Feet. 50 feet. Props full. Props full. Props full.
I have to make a note for winter textures. If there's even a little bit of snow, I might want to do an ILS because it's all white. I mean, it's so hard to see the runway. I saw the lights at the almost at minimums. Did a visual approach in IMC conditions. That was fun.
100 feet. 40 knots.
Well, this is Denver with snow. So next time I do some Colorado flying with snow, I'm going to use that winterizing tool and winterize all the other tiles that are in between. But usually it doesn't really make a difference because usually when I want a snow-covered airport, it's because it's snowing at that airport at the moment that I decide to do the flight. Hence today's flight. So we put this in cold and dark, and there we go. Well, I appreciate everybody's chat. That was a fun flight. I enjoyed that. Took me a little longer to get it started because I had to download all the winter stuff for these two airports. That took like an hour, but totally worthwhile the effort. Totally worth it. So I'm going to find some, see if Denver, it's like Denver Approach has streaming. So I put on Real World Denver Approach as I get this sim shut down. And I will see you all the next time, probably tomorrow. Let me see what I got tomorrow. Anything going on tomorrow that might not be here? Nope. So I should fly tomorrow my normal time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is my normal time. So until then, catch y'all later. Appreciate it, y'all. Y'all have a good rest of your day. Chase out.
Denver Golf is current, Denver altimeter 29er, 93.
This one aircraft is west of the field by about 4 miles. Been maneuvering out there. Altitude indicates 6,200. IFR cancellation received. Greater Surf Terminus Squawk 1200. Freeze changes approved. Have a nice day. Affirmative. You'll get our flight data position to issue your clearance on the ground.
Information, Foxtrot.
677 Denver approach, Denver altimeter 29er, 93. Flight Arnett Zulu 34 right. Approach.
Okay, flight Arnett Zulu 34 right. For United 677.
16-6 descending via box 2 for 35 left with Fox.
Bearing 407, maintain 210 knots or greater.
210 or better, Spirit Wings 407.
Fire for United 2049.
United 2049, descend and maintain 10,000.
10,000, yeah, 2049.
5378 Denver departure radar contact. Climb and maintain for level 230.
120.8, connect.
10,000.
Denver approach fatigue 786, level 13,000, visual 35 right.
Fatigue 786, Denver approach, turn 10 degrees right.
10 degrees to the right, fatigue 786.
300 heading and descend 11,000, spare wings 407.
Denver approach Gulfstream 280 X-ray Yankee is 200 descending to 17,000, information out.